Welcome to another episode of Dollar to Bot, an American expat living in Thailand. Um, Today's video, I wanted to talk about patience and persistence and waiting. I think in this journey that I've been in and been through, um, learn to really um, just take things in stride. Take it and not take it personally, and to learn from everything that's happened and continues to happen in your life here. I think a lot of times it can be very simple. It can be very uh, complicated. It can be very it's a lot of things. It's a lot of different emotions day to day, and sometimes minute to minute, hour to hour. I'm in this position now where I have one more step. I have to get my non-immigrant stamp, my non-B immigrant stamp, and it's my last step. And I went to immigration on Monday, and I thought I had all my paperwork together, but of course there was a missing step. I think these days you have to be careful of just really going through all the steps, going through checklist after checklist after checklist, because for whatever reason, I needed a number 3, which is a letter permitting me to stay in Thailand uh, as a non immigrant or more than 90 days entry, and it's for me. I'm just wrapping my head around all these things. I have all these papers, I have all these stamps, I have it from the school, I have my work permit, even I have all these things in place, but yet I needed the last piece of paper, but it's not here. It's day 3 already. It's Wednesday already. Yesterday I was waiting and nothing happened. Monday night, boss called my wife and said, "Oh, like I can have the motorcycle bring it over that night." My wife declined. So then I said, "Okay, why didn't you know?" And then Tuesday comes, nothing all day, and I didn't expect it, or I was expecting her to bring the document home, but nothing. And then she says again that she can send it at night, 9:30 at night, nothing. 10 o'clock, nothing. We waited and waited all night and nothing. So, it's really understanding the new rules and regulations, especially these days, because of fake documents, new procedures, new this, new that. Try to get all the information that you can, and more. I mean, I thought I had a lot. I printed a lot of things. I had a sheet checklist from another place, and then I had this, but then there's not this and that. It's just know your position, know your place, know all the different things that need to be submitted. Even though I thought I did, there's always more to learn. Be patient. Sometimes as as much as I'm very patient, I'm like, I want to get this done. This is my very last step over 6 months of processing paper, signing this paper, going this, copying this, waiting for this, waiting sometimes longer than this time for this, that. It always takes time, and then there's other people who do agency, and the school does all the paperwork. So, I mean, everything has its pros and cons. I think in this situation, I'm pretty fortunate. I'm very blessed that I'm able to not really have any issues. Really, it's just the time of waiting and being patient and signing, and when I need to do something, then I do it, and when I'm called to do it, and I do it. Just having that time, having that space to be flexible, but knowing that you have a partner, or knowing that you're with somebody, or just have that support as well. And thank God that I also have my money from the government to help support myself as well and support us. Um, but I haven't been working for 6 months really, and so that's a challenge, but yet I'm still able to survive. And I'm able to survive by God's grace. So I'm grateful for that, and that God provides everything that we need. And I'm amazed sometimes because I forget, like, wow, God actually, I don't know sometimes how we've survived for this long without both of us working. Of course, I have some government money, which is helpful, but overall, God has just provided, and sometimes we forget how, and we don't remember how because it's just so much involved in this, and so um, I just thank God just to be present in all of these factors and to learn and grow and mature and all that I have to hear, see, feel, deal with emotionally, to deal with physically, draining my body, the weather, the heat, all the different circumstances that I've had to face. It's learning and growing from it, and continuing to just be strong, and to continue to just seek after God in this and allow Him to grow me in all of these moments. So just be patient. Just remember that sometimes it just takes longer than it should, and sometimes it's just being patient because I could be so many steps ahead or so many steps behind in this one thing, this one last stamp, because I don't have the paper is causing a delay again. So just be on top of things as best you can and try to make sure you know your dates, because sometimes you have to go out again and then process again, and then it's just understanding all of these things, right? And I think that's the challenge also is the limitation also of time, because you have to go out depending on what you have, depending how many times you went out or you went in. It's dependent on a lot of factors, so always try to keep up with that so you don't have to spend extra money, and yeah, just keep being strong, and just continue to remember that I'm here. So if you want to message me or have a comment, yeah, just let me know. And thanks for listening, and take care.